Hey folks, we're going to do a practice run of the final exam for architecture students. I'm here in Revit. I'm going to go to a new project. I suggest that you join me. Under architectural template, we want to remember to hit the browse button and select the residential, which will set up our levels for us. We're going to hit OK, and that's going to set up our project. We have I have Canvas open. Oops, not there. Wrong spot. Right here. And oops, I didn't even save this yet. Hit save. Okay, so we're going to create this simple colonial that's shown right here. Its overall dimensions are given right here. It's 30 by 36. I'm not sure if these are accurate. You know what? I'm going to make this, it looks closer to 28. So we're going to call it 28 by 36. And then we're going to fill in from there. So all right, just hit save, so that's there. All right, let's roll. So we're going to start right on the first floor, and we're going to jump to walls, architectural, and we're going to select exterior wall, wood siding on stud. So make sure you select this guy right here. Important part is this is going to go from your foundation up to your roof, right? And it says that right in the instructions. The walls are going to go foundation to the roof, right? So, oops, base constraint should be foundation, and top constraint should be the roof. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw, and I'm going to just grab my rectangle tool because this is a basic house. I'm going to come in here and grab my annotations, go to Aligned, go to Face of the Core, and let's restrict this thing to the appropriate dimensions. And hit this guy. And so I'm going to hit the Modify button. If I select this wall, this dimension becomes highlighted, and we know that our width of the house is 36 feet by 28 feet. Oops, we need to hit this button to modify, and make sure you select the right one of these. This is going to be the one that's out to the face of the core, which would be that guy there, and make it 28. Now, I don't know if our siding is on the right side, so I'm going to jump to my 3D view, take a quick peek. My siding is on the correct side, and let's take a quick peek. The top constraint is second floor. I don't know why it did that, so I'm going to select them all and quickly change this to the roof. Hit apply. All right, so we need to now draw our foundation and our footing in. So we're going to go to the foundation. It's going to gray out our walls. We're going to come in and grab our walls again. In this case, we're going to do a foundation with 10-inch concrete. I'm just going to go right around the outside here. Okay, now we're also going to need to line all these things up, but we'll do that in a moment. While we're here, I just realized that I probably drew those on the wrong level. I got a little ahead of myself. So I'm going to hold the control button down and select these 4 walls. And let's see, the base constraint should be the top of the footing, and the top constraint should be the foundation. So that part is good. So let's go ahead and throw another wall in there, which is our footing, and we're going to grab that. In this case, the base constraint should be the bottom of the footing, and the top constraint should be the top of the footing. This should be all old news here. So we probably could draw this as a rectangle. Let's just see what happens if I click here and then bring it over here. All right. Let's go ahead and draw a sectional view in here right now. So we'll go to views, and I'm going to draw two sectional views just to make this really simple, I hope. I'm going to pull that back like that and go to view and make another one going this way. Pull that back, and let's start with this one. So in this view, we can't see our, something got messed up with our footings. Once again, it did, it ignored what we put in there. So we need to fix those footings. They did not go to the level that they were assigned. Let's go back to the foundation for a second. Let's see if I can select all of those by holding the control button down. So I got them all blue, all my footings. The top of the base constraint should have been the bottom of the footing, and the top constraint should have been the top of the footing. Let's apply that. Let's take a quick peek at the sectional view. That looks a whole lot better. Interestingly, because we created this sectional view, I think on the other, let me just see this for a second. Yeah, so let's go to our first floor to create our sectional view because it did not include our wall. So we'll just do that one more time. Make a section view across here. And go to view again and make another one here. For some reason, when we created it on the foundation view, even though it was a sectional view, which should have cut through the whole house, we couldn't see the other walls. Now we can. All right, so we know that these walls were supposed to go to the foundation, and I don't know why they didn't, but we're going to fix them again one more time. I'm going to hold the control button down, select those two walls, and the base constraint should not be the first floor, it should be the foundation. Now that is correct. Now we got to line all these things up, and if you remember, we need to go to Fine View, and over here under Thin Lines, we're going to come up here. Oh, before I do that, I just realized I may not have locked those dimensions on the first floor. So I'm going to jump to the first floor again, select that dimension and lock it, select the 28 dimension and lock it, then go back to that section view again. And these walls are not where they should be. One more time, we're going to take that to the top of the foundation. There we go. And we're going to go to Fine View. And we're on Thin Line. So now we can come in here and say, I want to go to Modify and Align. I want to select the face of my core. And I'm going to come in here and select that and that, lock those together. Then we're going to put our footings in place by hitting this and then this and locking those together. And same thing over here. Face of our core to the outside of our foundation, lock that, middle of our foundation to the middle of our footing. All right, so that part of our house is already set. Let's go back to the first floor for a moment and take a look at the other sectional view. Oops, that's the one I was just looking at. Forgive me. This is the one I need to look at now. Okay, so here we go. One more time, we're going to go to Align. Got the face of the core selected, select that, lock those together. Select the middle of your foundation, the middle of your footing, lock those together. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. And one more time. Okay, that takes care of all of our walls. So let's throw a roof on this thing now. So we're going to go to Roof Plan. Whoops, nope, I'm sorry. I'm going to go to the second floor so I can see my plan. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go to Architecture, go to Roof, and I'm going to click a rectangle. I'm going to select there. You know what? I'm going to undo that. I apologize. Instead, I want to select the walls for the roof. So I'm going to do that one more time. So roof. Now, notice if I select the walls, it puts an overhang. And for your exam, you may need to edit that overhang. You might need to set a distance from here to here. So, and obviously you're going to need to turn off these slopes. So if you remember, how do we turn off a slope? If we select a line, it says define slope over here, we can turn that off, right? So we need to go like this though. Oops, modify. I'm going to select these two lines and I'm going to take rid of the slopes from those. All right. If you wanted to extend how much this overhang, you could just simply drag it, do it that way. I'm going to make a 2-foot overhang over here and a 2-foot overhang here, call that good. If we want to adjust the slope, which is something we might need to do for the final exam, let's say we wanted it to be really steep, 12, 12, we could come in here and do that. What did I say? Oh, I apologize. According to my review, this is supposed to be a flatter roof. So that's a 612 and that's a 612 as well. Okay. And it looks like the overhang was supposed to be 1.5 feet. So we come in here, select that value, 1.5. Come in here, select that value, 1.5. I think I wanted that all the way around. So that would be 1.5 as well. Select this one. 0.5. Okay, so now we've got our roof pitch on here and here. This is no pitch. We hit OK. Oh, I put the roof on the wrong level again. And I picked a basic roof. So I want to switch it to, what did I say? 10-inch rafters with asphalt shingles. So I want to switch it to that, and I want to switch the level to the roof. Easy enough to do. If you made a mistake, we now go to our 3D view rather, and we're looking good. We're starting to shape up. If you remember, if we want to join up our walls, we simply select this, attach to this, boom, we're done. Take a look at the other side. We can do the same thing. Click on that, attach to this, and we're good. So now we got to put some floors and windows and doors and stairs in. So that's part of the plan. So let's start with a basement floor. So we can go to the foundation and we can go, let's see, is that the best place? You know what? I'm going to go to the basement instead. That's a better view. I'm going to go to the basement. I'm going to go to floor. I'm going to go to 4-inch concrete slab. I'm going to select the inside walls and make sure the level is the basement and hit OK. I'm going to double click on my sectional view and make sure that I've done it correctly. There it is, sitting where it should be on the basement level, right? That looks good. All right, now we need to put a floor in here, and we need to put a system in here. So let's go ahead and throw those in. So I'm going to go to the first floor to start. And once again, this time I'm going to select the face of the core though. So I'm going to view fine detail so I can see those things. And I'm going to select my floor again according to my guides in Canvas. The floor type I'm looking for, floor. We're not going to put a concrete slab. It's going to be 12-inch joist. This has got carpet, but that's okay. And I didn't ask you to put sheetrock on it. Maybe we'll call that an extra credit. Now we are going to come in here and pick the walls, and it should pick the face of the core. Let's zoom in tight, and it did. All right, we're just inside that siding, so that should be good. The level is the first floor, which is correct. Let's go ahead and hit OK. Yes. Let's take a peek at our sectional view, and boom, perfect. Cut out just like we wanted it to. We are going to jump to the second floor now. So I'm going to go to the second floor. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to go to floor. Same 12-inch carpeted floor. We're going to select our walls again and make sure that it's picking the face of the core as it is, because we have a platform framed house. And that looks good. Second floor, that looks good. We hit OK. Yes. We double click on this to see what our section looks like, and sure enough, that's perfect as we would like it to be. We're going to put in an attic space. I don't know if I asked people to do that, but let's just do it. So I'm going to go to the second floor. I'm going to put in a floor, and this one is just going to be we'll just do that. And the level is going to be the roof this time. And once again, we're going to pick those outside walls. Hit OK. Yes. Double click on that sectional view, and that's good. Actually, this should have joined up to the roof. Not sure what happened there, but that is okay. We're going to go with that. So what's next? We need to put some stairs in here, and we need to put some windows and doors in. There are opportunities for extra credit too with regard to doing some internal walls and so forth. So I'm going to pause this video and make a part 2.